You got to the top pretty good. And as you started down, you probably only recentered your pressure by the time your arm stroke club was halfway down again. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I was discussing with an online student why his strikes were so clean, why he wasn't able to compress the ball, and he was potentially losing a lot of distance, not using the ground efficiently. So I was showing him a drill on how he can pressure left early enough in the swing and create more shafting without intentionally creating shafting. So let's get into it. So we understand that your strike was a little bit on the clean side. There wasn't enough compression, there wasn't enough downward attack, and really struggling to generate any form of power. And what we saw from that is the load was pretty good in the sense that you loaded up into your trail side. Okay, I really like that you extend up and into the trail side, but there was too much pressure on your right side by the time you hit the top of the swing, which meant by the time you recentered your pressure back to 50-50 or even beyond that was just too late. So we saw that you got to the top pretty good. And as you started down, you probably only recentered your pressure by the time your arm stroke club was halfway down again, which by the time you met the ball, we just wasn't forward enough. And to be able to create good compression, we need shafting. And we can't just create shafting by pushing our hands forward because that's not a good impact. We do actually have to have our hips pressed further forward. We have to have more weight into our lead knee, lead foot with a little bit of rotation. And now the handle just naturally gets dragged with us. Okay, so the reason we couldn't do that is because you was moving to the top of your swing and then recentering too late. So what I wanted you to do was to understand that in your backswing, that as you went to the top now, yes, there will be a little bit of momentum and pressure shifting into the trail side, but you will actually start to press back into that lead side by the time your hands hit the top of the swing. So from there, as you start working back and the hands hit the top of the swing, I can feel I've loaded into that left knee a little bit more, and then into the transition and into the downswing, I can continually press forward and then rotate. And I think for me, that's also got to be the order of events. We've got to work into the top, recenter, and then we've got to move laterally. There has to be a little bit of pressure moving down and forward, and then opening up from there to allow the handle to get back in front of the ball. Now, there's a couple of really nice drills that I gave you for this. One of the early drills was take your setup to the golf ball, and then I want you to now put your left foot to your right, okay? Then what's going to happen from here is you're going to swing to the top, and by the time your hands hit the top of the swing, I want you to have pressured and regrounded into that lead side. So from here, you would pressure, reground, and then continually move into the ball. And you'll feel how down you feel like you're hitting. You'll feel how forward and ahead of the ball you're hitting. I think the first few times that you perform this drill, you're going to be over here. You're going to go to the top, and you probably won't start moving onto that lead side until the downswing, which for me is just a little bit too late. So for me, take your address position. I'll do it away from the ball here. You're going to step across, and then you're going to go to the top, and by the time your hands hit the top, you're going to have stomped, moving pressure into that lead side, and then through from there. And just a few of those make me feel like I'm so far forward. The only important thing that I wanted to accompany that with is I don't want both your upper and lower to drive forward, because that will make you feel like you're going to be too steep and almost over the top of it. So again, as we do that fill, it feels like we stomp left to reground. I shift the pelvis, but make sure you stabilize the head almost on its original axis, which will put you into this extension piece, giving you that really nice finish. So I hope that makes a lot of sense, and I hope that really helps you, and I'll speak to you soon. I hope that video helped some of you, and if you're interested in online tuition or anything, please give me a follow on the Skillist app or hit me a comment below and I'll get back to you.